G'day folks, it's Cortezerino. Today I want to show you some 1.13 changes to my daylight sensor blaze farm, and we're also going to talk about one design flaw. So we'll begin with the design flaw. For this design to work, you need to leave a 6-block gap between the spawner and the floor. So there's 6 blocks in between the glass floor and the spawner. That means any blaze that spawn up there, when they fall down to the glass floor, they are just out of range of that spawner. The problem is, when they walk up onto the daylight sensors, just wandering around, if you'll walk up here, if they walk up in the middle, right here, this puts them just in range of the spawner. It doesn't matter if they're on the edges, but if you get one blaze standing here, that means when the blaze all spawn, rather than get 4, you'll only get 3. And if you have 2 blaze right in the middle, you'll only get 2. So that cuts down on the efficiency of the farm. So what you want to do, if you haven't already built this, you want to leave a 7-block gap between the spawner and the glass floor. And that won't affect your redstone, you've just got to add an extra layer of glass up the top. But what if you've already built this design? Well, if you've already built it, it's not that much of a problem. I've got an extra little add-on in the tutorial to set the slime block sweeper on a timer. So all you want to do is come into here and take out a few stacks of items so the sweeper sweeps more often, and that way any blaze that start hanging out on top of the daylight sensors will be swept off into a holding cell. So that is a small adjustment to make the farm more efficient. So now to the 1.13 changes. Much like my combined villager breeder and iron farm, where in 1.13 the villagers could escape their holding cells, the movement of the blaze seems to have changed a little bit. So the slime block sweeper will come along, collect all the blaze and push them over the top of the daylight sensors and then start crushing them. And we'd always get 1 or 2 blaze find their way back over the top of the daylight sensors, and we would end up losing them in the next cycle because the crusher will have already crushed them a little bit, and on the next time they'd die. But it was very rare. But now the blaze are much more likely to find their way back over the daylight sensors. So you see all these guys escaped. That's what, about 10 of them got away then. And on the next sweep, the sweeper will actually kill them rather than bring them down into our killing chamber. But once again, this is a pretty easy fix. So the only problem with this fix is that we can no longer call this the daylight sensor blaze farm, because we are getting rid of the daylight sensors and replacing them with cakes. Cakes are a little bit taller. It makes it so the blaze are less likely to jump back over, and these cakes also do not stick to the slime blocks. You will still get some come back over, but this brings it back to the same reliability that we had in 1.12. So thanks for watching, guys. The tutorial for building this will be in the description. So just remember, instead of daylight sensors, put cakes there instead. And if you are building it for the first time, then leave a 7-block gap between the spawner and the floor, and that way it will be much more efficient. But if you've already built it, just build the extra timer addition for the slime block sweeper and put it on a shorter delay to keep those blaze off the top of the cakes. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Cortezerino. I'll see you later.